Welcome back to Real Unfiltered Unapologetic. I am your host, Joy. Tonight we'll be divided into conversations that touches almost everyone's life: marriage, relationship, and intimacy, and identity. Relationships are often discussed as if love were the only thing required, but relationships reveal much more than love. They reveal communication, they reveal emotional maturity, they reveal how people handle stress, growth, and change. This episode is for married couples, people dating, and people rebuilding after heartbreak, and people who are single and trying to understand themselves better before entering a relationship, because intimacy is not just physical, it is emotional, mental, and deeply connected to identity. Tonight we're going deeper into how relationships evolve, how intimacy changes over time, how identity shifts inside relationships, and how people stay connected when life becomes overwhelming. But first, y'all already know the wonderful Desiree is back, and she's my co-host. So
Yes.
we gonna like to say thank you. Y'all probably be seeing more of her, but yeah, I don't know. She a little,
Maybe. We'll
maybe
see.
you see how that works. Okay. So first, we're gonna discuss the truth about relationships. One of the biggest misconceptions about relationship is that love alone is enough, but love alone is not enough. Love without communication becomes frustration. Love without emotional maturity becomes conflict. Love without growth becomes stagnation. Relationship require effort, patience, understanding, and two people who are willing to grow together. So, what you think about that? Do you think that intimacy is just a physical thing, or is it something that grows? It's more than just intimacy, more than just the physical touch.
Yeah, so intimacy is more than just physical. Intimacy is emotional. Intimacy um it does grow and develop as a relationship change because relationships aren't going to stay the same. So,
Correct.
how you feel at the beginning of the relationship is not necessarily how you're going to feel in the middle and, years
Yeah.
down the road. So, yeah, intimacy grows and it changes as the relationship changes. So, yeah.
But most people think it's just the physical connection, the physical touch, and how you attraction to someone. But it's not really that.
All right. That's what most people think. And once they, you know, that spark kind of fizzle out, they ready to move on
To the
to the
next.
to the next.
Okay. Let me share something real for a moment. When many of us first begin relationship, like Desiree was just saying, we believe chemistry is the most important thing. If the connection feels excited, if the attraction is strong, if the conversations flow easily, we assume everything else will fall into place. We all know that's a lie. But life eventually teaches us something deeper. Love does not remove problems. Love reveals them. It reveals how people respond when they are hurt. It reveals how they communicate when they are frustrated. It reveals whether they shut down emotionally or lean into growth. That realization changes how you view relationship. Instead of asking, do we love each other? You begin asking the deep question, do we know how to grow together? That's the question.
Right.
That's because people don't know how to grow together.
All right.
So I don't know.
Because going back to that argument thing, when people when they get into arguments, a lot of times people don't know how to resolve those because everybody want to, you know, either they're gonna shut down or they're gonna argue and argue until they finally just give up, you know. Um, but that arguments really reveal a lot in a relationship. How you resolve those. Are you gonna communicate about it? Remember we talked about communication last time.
Yep.
Communication is a big thing. Like, are y'all gonna communicate about it and try to solve it so next time if this arises, we know what to do? Or are y'all just gonna get over it? Nobody, you know what I mean? Don't talk to each other for a couple of days and then y'all start moving like nothing happened.
But some people base their relationship off that too. They move along like nothing really happened. Then the problem is still there and it
And,
still exists. So when are you going to actually address the problem?
right. And then if they don't, it blows up.
Into
And
something bigger.
right.
Okay.
So you have to communicate, you know.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's you.
All right. So intimacy beyond physical connection. When many people hear the word intimacy, the first thing that comes to mind is physical connection. But true intimacy goes much deeper. Intimacy is emotional safety. It is the ability to be vulnerable and honest without fear of judgment or rejection. It means being able to say, I'm overwhelmed today. I'm struggling emotionally. I need support. And knowing the other person will listen with empathy rather than criticism. Healthy intimacy includes several layers. You have emotional intimacy, intellectual connection, spiritual connection, friendship, physical affection. When emotional intimacy is present, relationships feel secure and supportive. When it disappears, people can begin to feel distant, even when they are physically together.
Now, do you believe that?
I was about to ask you, do you believe that?
I know. For me, I think intimacy is more the touch. I do believe all of that, honestly, because who Jesus, I have been put into certain situation with certain relationships where it either just the intimacy or the attraction that didn't go together as well as communication. So we didn't communicate well. So basically, when the attraction for me wore off, it was like, do I really like you like that? Because you're not feeding everything. I believe intimacy is more than just the physical touch. It's feeding my mind. If you can't really feed my mind and my soul, and that's with conversation too, intellect,
Right.
then it's no intimacy. You got to be able to do the physical, the mental, the emotional. You got to be able to put all those together for me. So I believe it, but when you dealing with others, as a debate, some people be like, I don't think that's true. Because if you don't look good to me, you don't attract me, I can't do nothing for you. But how that work?
Now, that is true. Most of us, the first thing we notice about somebody is their looks.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we notice about somebody. But oftentimes, though, sometimes relationships can form just from friendships.
That's the best ones, though.
That is the best ones. Because, sometimes people aren't attracted to people, but they're funny, they're friends, they're your friends. And then over time, that attraction starts. We talked about this in psychology class. It's called mere exposure effect.
You see where she going over there?
The more you're around somebody, the more you start liking that person.
Yeah, but that like wear off sometimes when the attraction ain't there too.
But when you've developed that friendship and you feel like you trust
different.
that person and that emotional connection and like that person is there for you, supporting you, then
that's a different attraction.
It is.
So that's what I'm saying. It's an intellectual thing.
It is intellectual, but I'm saying it doesn't have to be like that.
All attraction. Okay.
That whole physical attraction, because they're doing everything else. Like you said, they're feeding your mind, they're feeding your soul. It's not just the physical. And like I said, them friendships, those make the best relationships.
I believe it, though. I believe it. Because if you don't, for you as a friend, if I can't come to my partner and be able to tell you anything, are you truly my friend? Or are you just somebody who's holding the place?
Right.
So, okay. I don't know about that one, but I believe it. I agree with this. So, there are many people in relationship right now who are sitting next to someone they love, yet they still feel emotionally alone. See how that works? From the outside, everything may appear normal. They live together, talk every day, and share responsibilities, but emotional intimacy has slowly faded. This doesn't usually happen suddenly. It often happens gradually as responsibilities increase, stress builds, and communication becomes more about logistics than connection, which Desiree really just explained it. That is why emotional intimacy must be intentionally protected. So, identity inside relationships. Most people lose their identity when they get into relationships. Relationships have the power to shape identity. When two lives merge together, priorities change and responsibilities grow. People make adjustments for schedules, families, careers, and shared goals, but sometimes individuals slowly lose pieces of themselves without realizing it. They stop doing activities they once enjoyed. They start pursuing personal dreams. Their identity becomes centered entirely around a relationship. Healthy relationships should never erase identity. Instead, they should support and encourage personal growth. Partners should feel free to pursue passions, goals, and interests while still maintaining a strong connection. Now, what do you feel about people losing their identity? Is it a choice or is it something that gradually happens?
I don't know. I think it really can depend on the person. Like whether it's a choice or it gradually happens. Like some people, it can gradually happen, but then you have some people like their whole goal is just to make their partner their center. So they're gonna do whatever their partner wants them to do. You know what I mean? So that's that's in every relationship that they're in. So, but then you have other people because of life and all of these different things, and they start to get overwhelmed and it's all these different things. They kind of like gradually chip off and they stop doing those things until they, like, with me, I kind of make time to do the things that I like to do. I still, hang out with my friends. I still like to read. Like I'm still going, and then he always tell me that too. Like, you need to take time for yourself. You need to take time for yourself because you're doing da 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 da. Like, go do something for yourself. And I appreciate that because I be telling him the same thing. Like, because we can't lose
each other all the time.
Yeah, right. We can't be around each other all the time. We can't focus on the kids all the time. Like that's what we mainly do. We focus on the kids. We focus on our lives and maintaining the household. So, you take time, hang out with your friends, and do things you like to do. I take time, hang out. You still have to make time for yourself to be yourself.
Yeah, but so I can say this. With me being in the military for so long and retiring, in the military, I did not know who joy was. So I had separate lives, right? Mm-hmm. Even with the relationship, the husband, the kids. So you kind of lose your identity because of all the responsibility you have. So I knew who Master Sergeant Strayhorn was, right? Mm. Sergeant First Class Strayhorn was. I knew I was a wife. I knew I was a mother of 9. But what I was lost at was who was Joy, because I did not nourish Joy, but I was what I'm saying. I put everything else into everybody else in Joy, right? So when I retired, I had to find Joy again. So now that I found Joy, look, the wife and the mom, she's still there. She gonna always be there. But Joy done found herself, baby. Joy be doing everything, honey. Joy might need to stop doing a lot of this stuff, but I'm just playing, y'all. But it is easy to lose your identity when you put your responsibilities before yourself. Mm-hmm. And if you don't understand what I'm saying is, when you gradually and you constantly put everything and everyone that you care for above yourself, you lose the identity of who you are. Mm-hmm. Don't ever lose your identity. Continue to be the person who you are, because you come out stronger in life for your partner and your family. So
that's true.
Many people eventually reach a moment where they pause and reflect on who they have become. They remember a time when they felt independent and confident in their personal interests. That was me. But over time, their focus shifted entirely to maintaining the relationship. Just like I said, one day they asked themselves a powerful question: when did I stop being me? Healthy love should never require someone to disappear. Healthy love always allows both people to remain themselves while building something meaningful together. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, y'all, don't lose yourself in anything. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship, you being a mother, or your job.
I
Just
was just about to say that.
self-care.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take me a self-care day in a minute.
Self-care is the biggest one, right?
Yes, definitely.
Conflict and repair, y'all. Conflict and repair. This topic should not need to be explained, but conflict exists in every relationship, regardless if you want to admit it or not. Two people with different responsibilities, experience, and perspectives would inevitably disagree at times. I don't say all the times, I say at times. The true measure of a relationship is not whether conflict occurs, but how couples repair after conflict. And you just said that, Desiree? Healthy repair includes listening without interrupting,
That's something I got to work on.
acknowledging each other's feelings, accepting accountability. That's something I got here. Committing to change behaviors that cause harm. When couples learn how to repair effectively, trust becomes stronger and communication improves. Strong relationships are not built on perfection. They are built on repair, patience, and understanding. I just really want y'all to listen to that last line. Repair, patience, and understanding. Y'all see how they go? All three of them go together.
Yeah.
Together.
But that
Repair, patience,
yeah,
and
that
understanding.
listening without interrupting. Oh yeah, that's a hard one for me. Cause I be wanting my rebuttal. I be wanting to say it right then, but you know, I have to always tell myself to listen to understand, not listen to respond.
No.
Yes,
So
you have to
But you do that in
understand.
class too. You know that, right?
I can do that in class, y'all. I ain't gonna have y'all but a couple weeks.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
you have to be. So I'm gonna say this again, and ladies, y'all might get mad at me. I don't care. I do not care if y'all get mad at me. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. I don't care. Many females, we do not listen to respond. We don't do that. We don't we don't listen to hear either. So we don't tend to hear what they're saying, because at that time, when you try to do something, it's not about what you want to hear at the time. So he probably, or your partner, is probably saying something you don't want to hear, so you're going to interrupt all the time, right? And we are known for doing that. So I'm going to need y'all to listen
Oh,
and
yeah.
then respond. So please stop. Because I am working on that as well. I'm working on that as well. You know, I get a little irritated. The anger flares, so I have to tap and
Yeah,
and
that.
pay attention, and then I have to respond. But then if I don't want to hear it, I'd be like, I'm done with this. What? I said I'm working on it.
Oh, I'm not gonna be done with it now.
No. I'm done with the conversation at the time. It's
See, I know
hard.
that's my
It's
issue.
hard. It's hard though. Think
That's-
about it.
My issue is I be wanting to get it done right there, but he is one of those people like he got to give me some time, then I want to come back and talk about it. So I'm learning to do that.
Fire and fire. Yeah, that don't work like that.
I'm trying to learn to give him his time so that we can come back and talk about it. But I be like, no, I ain't got time to do that. Let's go ahead and resolve this right now so I can go on about my day.
Yeah, that's most
And
females.
be think about, I gotta be thinking about this 2 hours later. Like, let's get this over now. And then you gonna come back 2 hours later, I done got over it. Or I'm doing something else and I got to stop and get back in this state.
But you have
this
to give him,
mind
think
frame.
about it. Okay, so think about this, right? If y'all talk about it now, right, and his temper or his anger, because the topic,
Yeah,
most
it
arguments
can
is
be.
heated, right? Why don't you give him the time to walk away?
I do now. I do. That's something I had to learn. Because I told you, like, I'm like that's just with me with anything. Like, I just go ahead and get it over with. But I don't know if that's the only child syndrome or what it is. But
You the
like,
only child? You the only child?
yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only child syndrome.
So I be like,
That's the
and he
only
said,
child
you always
syndrome,
want what you
y'all.
want when you want it. Yeah, like, but at
That's
the
the
end of
only child syndrome.
But you know, I'm like I said, I'm learning because it is a relationship. So I am still I'm learning like better ways to communicate with each other.
So, okay, so y'all, let me, I'm going to hit you with this one. Being that you're the only child, right? I want you to listen before you respond. Being that you're the only child, some things being the only child, you didn't have to actually put up with.
Right.
So now that you have a partner with the kids, how is it different? How do you have to learn? Because most kids with siblings have to learn certain qualities. You didn't have to share, listen, and wait because you was the only child. How is it different now? Choir right. I want to know this one.
I told you it's a lot of learning because I don't have patience. I have no patience. Like I want it then and I want to write now. And he was trying to you have no patience. No, like I don't. But again, I'm working on that. Sharon,
Cause think about it, you have to share your space now.
I do, and that was
hard too.
That was hard. But it was hard because I didn't know what to expect. Like, when he moved in, I didn't know what to expect. And I am so used to having like a lot of time to myself. Or just with my children, but now they older, so they be doing their own things. But he give me my time. Like he go outside and do his stuff and I do my thing and I have time. We learning. It's a work in progress.
I honestly think with any relationship, so me and my husband been together for 14 years and we've been married for 8. And I really think even in our relationship, we're still learning. So it don't matter if you together for 5 years, 15, 20, 30 years. I still believe that it's things in a relationship that you have to learn.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Because, relationships change. No relationship is going to be the same. So, like, it's like you're always learning each other. You're always changing. I know I'm not the same person I was when he first started talking to me. So, different responsibilities, different things. All these.
Different?
Yeah, okay. Just different.
She got to do different. Listen. I think it was, I'm not an only child. I have sisters. I understand that. But, I didn't have to learn a lot. I just had to learn how to allow others to be in my space after going through a lot of negativity in my first marriage. So it was hard for me to let my guards down.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to let others into my space. And the one thing that I truly am and I love is my passion has always been kids. So that was easy. But what was hard is them blending of the two and seeing how that was going to be. But it's like I had to learn how to adapt and overcome and adjust to each individual child and still feed the intimacy to my husband.
Right.
Because with kids, intimacy looks different when you're in a family.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was a rough one.
Protecting the relationship. Modern life places many demands on relationships. You have work schedules, family obligations, financial stress, parenting responsibilities, and outside opinions can all compete for time and attention. If couples are not intentional about protecting their relationship, it can slowly become neglected. Healthy relationships require protected space. This might include things like regular date nights.
Oh, yeah, girl, we trying to find time for that right there because them little church be in our business.
Right, you got to. You got to have your date nights. Weekly check-ins, intentional conversations, boundaries with outside influences. Protecting the relationship ensures that the connection remains strong even when life becomes busy. So, how do y'all protect your relationship? You said y'all do the date nights.
And I just tell them little church being our business.
What else?
So with us, we do date nights when we could get it in, because like I said, we have 3 under the age of 13. And a lot of our older kids are gone, and then my 18-year-old who do stay with us, she works. So it's kind of hard. So we gotta fit in date nights when we can. We spend time together in the house. We either watch movies, have a conversation, just sit beside each other. All of those is where our intimacy stay. Heck, if I just stay in the bed and he laying there, I don't even care.
Right.
Because that's my time.
Right.
So that's how we kind of like protect our intimacy and our relationship, because most time it's more mainly the young ones, baby. Them little kids so spoiled. Where you going at? Why you gotta go? Why we can't go? What we doing? Why y'all gotta go with us? And we just take
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah, they
Why
like
y'all
to be.
wanna go with us? Then you wanna know where we going at. Oh, don't have 360 on the phone, cause why y'all over there
Oh,
eating
yeah.
and we ain't eating with y'all? Cause y'all ain't supposed to be with us.
They check my Life 360 more than I check theirs, and I didn't get that for that purpose. I got to check them. They be checking for me all the time.
Oh,
But
and don't turn your location off.
yeah, my daughter would call me in a minute. Why you? I didn't even know how to do it, right? But my boyfriend showed me how to do it one time, so I cut it off. My daughter called me so quick. Why you got your location off? Where you going? Like, girl, can I have my business? Thank you.
No.
But yeah, we do date nights. We try to get one in at least once a month. And we rotate on who's planning it. Cause I'm not gonna always plan it. So like the last time he had to plan it. So next time I'm gonna be the one that plan it.
No, we don't plan everything. We just go.
Oh yeah, we plan it. Cause I like to do different things. So I always try to find stuff in the Columbia area or around, or we'll do a staycation when we can.
We'll be staying there, right with that. Baby in the house with them kids. Baby.
Oh no, And then we do like every night we have time. We'll go outside, fix a little drink and just talk about the day.
we do
Whatever
that.
whatever comes up. The kids already know when we go outside. Don't come out there.
Girl, they fall us too, Seth.
Oh no, now when we first started doing that, they would come to the door. What y'all doing? What y'all? And we already knew which one it was. It's gonna be one or two. The same
boys?
two was
It's the
no the
boys,
same
or-
two. My son and his daughter.
Them 2 youngest ones.
They gonna always come. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? When y'all coming back in? Like
Leave me alone.
so now though that we've been doing it so much, like they already know. All right, we're going outside. I mean, leave us alone.
That's a good idea. Cause we go outside too. We go sit in the backyard with our little, I have a little wine, have a little drink, whatever. And then, but it's too cold right there. It's too cold for that right now. Nobody got
Oh.
time for that.
I mean, yeah, we do that. Like that's sometimes we get, or we'll, we always will make time to do something with each other. Like if he has days off during the week, and I finish teaching, I come home. Oh, let's go to lunch.
Y'all, she be gone too, y'all.
I don't be playing around.
Baby, she don't stay at that.
I sure
stay at
don't.
that
Time to
college
go.
club.
Got to go.
Look, I come thinking she in her office. She gone.
Oh no, man. You see my office? I was on that door. That's what I be in my office.
You be going sell before the wall.
Look,
I just play.
I got to go.
But I don't know. I guess you have to work hard to put in that time for your relationship. Because like you said, if you don't give it the time, it just fades away.
It will. Cause
And single mothers, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gotta make time for yourself too.
oh yeah.
Oh baby, I can't say what I want to say about them kids. But bump them kids sometime, baby. Bump them kids. Get out and get your time, because, and I can't say single mother because you have single fathers too.
Yeah.
You have to get your time, or you're gonna feel overwhelmed. I've been a single mom for a long time.
Stimulated. Oh yeah, me too.
And I'm telling you, I got out. My kids, they understand because they see what you do. So
Yep.
I got a message for singles. Notice what I said. I said singles, mother, father, single people. Being single is often misunderstood. Some people see it as loneliness or failure, but in reality, it could be a powerful season of personal development. Let me read that again. A powerful season of personal development. Single seasons allow individuals to build self-awareness, clarify personal values, develop emotional intelligence, and establish healthy boundaries. These lessons become extremely valuable when entering true relationships. Understanding oneself first often leads to healthier and more balanced partnerships later. I want y'all to understand something. When you are single, regardless if you don't have a partner or you a single parent, whatever, feed yourself and understand who you is. And I would tell anybody else, in order for you to love somebody, you got to first be able to love yourself.
That's true.
Because if you don't know how to love yourself properly, how you going to know how to give somebody else that love?
You can't.
If you don't know who you are, how you expect somebody else to know who you are, how to nurture you? Because you don't know how to do it. You learn from experience, and being single is when you actually learn who you are. And
Right.
like, I have a lot of friends who will tell you they love being single at our age. They love it because they know who they are. They know what to expect. They know what they're not gonna put up with. When
Yep.
you get to that point in life, baby, that's a blessing,
Oh yeah.
and it's peaceful.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
mean,
married, and I'm at peace. So that should tell you a lot.
all right. I mean, when I got out of my first relationship, my first marriage, I was single for 10 years, and I enjoyed it. But I knew when I left that first marriage, those first couple of years, I was only going to focus on me, fixing me, working on me. You know, because I don't want to take no baggage. I don't want to take nothing else into another relationship. So I had to work on me, figure out who I was, understand like single motherhood, because I was a single parent now to 3 kids, and they were growing, and things were changing, and you know, so I focused on me for them first couple of years. Well, I guess I just got kind of caught up in it, because baby, I was single for 10 years, and I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going to sleep when I want
Being
to.
free.
Yes, sir. And I love to travel. So I was like, y'all want to go where? Oh, let's go. Like, you know, it was good. It was a good time.
It's a different feeling.
It is.
So I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. My first marriage, I was married for 10 years, but I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and this right here about to help some people's minds. I was married but single. I was married but alone. I was married but a single parent. Now, when you figure out what I'm talking about, let me know. But think about that. You can't
Right.
be in a relationship and be single. But I
Right.
was in a relationship. I was married and single. A single mother in a marriage. So, relationships are not about perfection. They are about growth, patience, communication, and mutual respect. When intimacy is built on honesty, when identity is supported rather than erased, and when communication remains open, relationships can become spaces of safety and personal growth. This has been real, unfiltered, unapologetic with Joy and Desiree. If this conversation resonated with you, share it with someone who might benefit from hearing it. Real conversations create real healing. Join us next time. Let's talk about it. Thank y'all for coming in. See you next episode.